Hello, my name is Nikhil and this is my task setting up pipeline in Jenkins. So this is my Jenkins server running on my bare metal Linux operating system. So here you can see this is active. Similarly, I have also set up SonarQube on the same bare metal machine. So now let me show you my pipeline. Let me just give you an overview. So this is my weather application which I am using for this pipeline. So basically this is a simple weather application. Through this application you can search for your city and get the weather detail live. So in our Jenkins pipeline there are some stages where we check out the code, build the code and test the code, then deploy the code in staging area or testing environment area, and then at production level. So this is my Jenkins pipeline. So this is my build stage. In my build stage I am going to check out the code and then build using some tools. Then I am going to test my code using some tools also, then code analysis, and then deployment stage, and then after that releasing in production environment. So let me show you the tools that I have used for this pipeline. First of all, this is my application. Weather application is designed upon the React application and WITE next generation front-end tooling framework. So this is a next generation front-end tooling framework, and for designing I have used Chakra UI. Now let me show you the tools that I have used in my pipeline. So first of all, I have used GitHub for my repository to say for my code, and this is Jenkins. So through this tool I will be creating this pipeline and then building, testing and staging and deploying my application. Then I have used SonarQube for code quality analysis. Then I have used vtest. So this is another unit test framework. Using this test framework I have tested my application through various tests. Then I have also used Docker Compose and Docker for testing environment, deploying into the testing environment, and then I have used Vercel for my production level deployment. Okay, thank you. Now let me show you the repository. So this is my weather application GitHub repository. So this is the code for my application. So this is my pipeline project. Let me show you the pipeline. Just a second. For security reasons, all the tokens that I have used in this application, I have put that token in the environment as environment variables, both in Jenkins and on Vercel also. So this is fetching that Vercel token from that environment. So and these are the stages. So first stage is build. So in this stage I am checking out the code from the GitHub repository, and then using some commands I'm installing the Node.js dependencies, and then building the project and saving it to the archive artifacts in the dist folder. Then using Docker Compose I am building this application. So basically in my application I have created a Docker file and a Docker Compose YML file, which this Docker Compose command will run and execute that all the instructions written in that file. So that will it will create a container and run build the application. Then in the staging stage, in the test stage I've used Node.js, and then using vtest I have written a test script inside my application and then running this script using a command npm run test. Then in the code quality analysis stage I've also written the script. So basically this script will connect to the SonarQube scanner, which is hosted on localhost 9000 right now in my bare metal. So let me just, so this is the SonarQube. So this is SonarQube application. Then after that, this is the deployment stage. Basically this will deploy into the test environment on as a Docker container. It will deploy this application on this bare metal machine. using docker compose. So this is the command docker compose up at as a daemon mode, means at the background it will open up the container and host it on this testing environment. Then if everything is fine, then it will release it to the production level using Vercel. So Vercel will handle all the things after that. Well, addition to this, I have also set up the build trigger poll SCM. So this will check after every minute if there is any commit on GitHub repo. So if there is any commit, then this will run this whole pipeline. So let me just so this is my GitHub repo. So let me just push some code on the GitHub repo. So as you can see, there is a typo mistake. So I'll fix this and publish it to the first. I need to commit. So this will push the changes to the GitHub repository. So let me go to the repository. So there's a change right now. Let's go to the Jenkins. So this will trigger automatically once it fetches the detect the commit which I have pushed recently. So it's detected the changes. Now it's running the deployment. So it's running the build stage, then test, and then code analysis, then deployment, and then release. So let us see the console output. So it's running the commands which I mentioned in the Docker, in the Jenkins pipeline. So here you can see this is also the mistake in our production. And if I go to the local build also, so it's also the mistake here. So first it will change the mistake typo here and then here also. So let's see. So it's the code quality analysis. We can also see the code quality analysis in the Sonar Cube. So basically there are one failed condition that I have not tested all the code in my test case. So I have, for this task I have just mentioned only 3 test cases. So these are very basic test cases. So this will check if there is any hello world in heading, and then initialize with the temperature of 0°C, and then initialize with an empty input field. So these are very basic 3 changes. So here you can see, so basically our deployment stage finished. So the type of mistake here fixed. If I go in my production also, so it's actually releasing the application into the Vercel. After that, Vercel will deploy this application automatically. So this whole process is automated using Jenkins. So let us go to the Vercel. So it actually build our application 10 seconds ago. Let's visit this. Yeah, so it pushes the code here also. Just a second. So our changes have been made in the production level also. So this one is the backward. So yeah, that was my Jenkins pipeline. Thank you.